A mid-generation refresh, a more powerful system, or just more cost-effective chipset? You be the judge. How about this announcer's voice and the intro before the intro? Take it away. So there's this story going around about Microsoft working on a brand new chipset for the Xbox Series X. And some people, most people, don't seem to know whether or not it means that there's a brand new, more powerful mid-generation refresh of the Xbox Series X coming, or if it's just a more cost-effective chipset, which would help with production. According to VideoGamesChronicle.com, they talk about Brad Sams, who is a huge I'm in love with everything Microsoft does person, and he said, quote, "I believe this is true. I know that Microsoft was working on revisions of the chip." He said, quote, "Now, are we going to see performance improvements? Are we going to see anything else? I do not believe so, but Microsoft is always working on making cooler, more efficient chips because that lowers the cost of production. Chip revisions throughout the life cycle of a console are common. However, it's currently unclear if this chip is in development for inclusion in the Xbox Series X or a potential mid-cycle refresh. The Xbox One X was released in 2017, 5 years after the Xbox One. So if Microsoft were interested in maintaining the same cadence with their current console, it's likely that it would currently be in the development stages. Stock for both current-gen consoles continues to struggle, but it appears that Microsoft is having an easier time replenishing that stock. Xbox Series X consoles are regularly in stock on the Microsoft official store and can even be purchased by using the Xbox console. The Xbox Series console's monthly sales in Europe were higher than those of the PlayStation 5 for the first time in February and have continued to be really strong in March and the first week of April as well. GameIndustry.biz data shows that more Xbox Series consoles were sold in Europe than the PS5 console. Personally, I think it's way too soon for a mid-generation refresh, a more powerful Xbox Series X, because most people had a hard time finding the Xbox Series X up until most recently when Microsoft rumored to have paid to get to the front of the line for chip production and getting those Series X's in stores. So producing a more powerful version of a system that most people had a hard time finding to begin with would be an absolutely ridiculous move on Microsoft's part, especially with the rumored Xbox Series S struggling to keep up with the Xbox Series X and in fact holding it back when it comes to games like Minecraft and ray tracing and potentially first-party AAA games from Microsoft first party in the future. My guess would be that this is just a simple redesign of the chipset to make it more cost effective. You may see a smaller Xbox Series X, but you will not see a more powerful Xbox Series X than the one that you have right now. But of course, there are always rumors of mid-generation refreshes, and both Sony and Microsoft did begin that trend last generation, so who knows, but I do think it is too soon to see that. Microsoft's biggest problem right now is that Xbox Series S having all kinds of trouble from third-party developers, with cross-gen games having problems even running them at stable frame rates and serviceable resolutions. So future first-party games from Microsoft, that's the question. Are they going to ever reach the heights that they could if they were just developing on a SKU that was the same and just a physical versus diskless console like the PlayStation 5? Yet to be seen, but I think that Xbox Series S decision, the price being super low to get people into the ecosystem, in time, we may not see first-party games reach their full potential from Microsoft because of that lower-end Xbox Series S. Let me know what you think of this video. Thanks for watching. Think about hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.